Hello everyone, I'm Nakajima. Today, I'd like to present my 3 important keywords as a contemporary calligrapher. When I work on in my studio, I always keep these words in my mind. See you later. By the way, do you know this artwork? Yes, it's Fountain by Marcel Duchamp. Needless to say, it's a urinal. Duchamp turned urinal 90 degrees and put his autograph on it. Then he exhibited this urinal in a gallery. At this point, it has lost its original function as a urinal. And finally, it has become an historical artwork in the 20th century. The point is, when something has lost its very use, it has become an artwork. Then, how about calligraphy? For thousands of years, humans have continued to write characters by hand. Although writing utensils have changed, the history of writing characters by hand has continued for a long time. But now, characters have changed into something that can be converted with a keyboard or a touch panel. Today, we are living in a dramatic turning point in human history, where handwriting is losing its practicality. Japanese art critic Yusuke Nakahara said, "The act of writing with ink and a brush has lost most of its practicality." And then, this is the grounds that calligraphy is considered as an art. And I think now there is significance in re-evaluating calligraphy as a contemporary art from a new perspective. From this point of view, I value 3 keywords as a contemporary calligrapher. The first keyword is body. Japanese poet Makoto Ooka said, "Calligraphy is close to dance. In many dances of the East, slow circular motions are very common, and dancers lower their body and move continuously without interruption, like the flow of water." In contrast, in the West, for instance, in ballet, the dancer jumps high in a vertical direction and spread their hands and feet outward rhythmically. In case of calligraphy, the movement should be similar to the Eastern dance, which are like the flow of water. In my case, I step onto paper laid on the floor. I spread my legs, lower my body, and draw circles with my hands and feet. Then my action is converted to lines and forms immediately. It looks as if the trace of my body were left on paper through a brush. One can say that calligraphy is a frozen action. I rely on my body rather than my brain. If there is a blueprint drawn up beforehand by my brain, even if the work is done perfectly, the result based on the blueprint can only reach 100%. But when the unexpected power from my body is involved, an exceptionally fine piece which reaches 120% may be born. Our body is not a tool of the brain. My work is not something built using my brain, but rather it's something that happens to appear through my hands and feet. Painters may have a blueprint in advance and work on one piece of canvas for a long time, advancing little by little every day until they complete it. On the other hand, I create pieces one after another. It takes only a few minutes to finish one piece, but I continue to work for several weeks. Finally, among the hundreds of pieces I've stacked in a pile, I chose just one and throw away the rest. Then, the second keyword is time. Once I set my brush to the paper and start writing in accordance with the correct strokes order, there is no going back, nor any way to redo something. The actions always have a starting point and a finishing point. Regarding completed work, a viewer can imagine how my brush moved from the starting point of the writing to its finish. One can say that the work is finished with a flow of time. On the other hand, in case of the work by Franz Klein, it's very difficult to find a starting point and a finishing point. It doesn't link to a flow of time. In art, some forms relate to time, while others don't. Calligraphy, like music and dance, is an art form linked to time. Japanese philosopher Kitaro Nishida said, "Calligraphy is frozen music." I think calligraphy represents the precious here and now on paper. In Zen, there is a teaching which translates as "be here now." The past has passed and will never return. On the other hand, the future is yet to be seen. It does no good to regret the unchangeable past or feel gloomy about the future which has not yet come. What is important is living here and now with all our strength where we are. With this in my mind, I want to leave evidence of having lived here and now through my works. In other words, I hope to crystallize the precious now in forms of calligraphy like no other. The third keyword is nature. When I lay down my brush, the ink slowly begins to spread on the paper. All I can do is just wait for several nights. When the ink finishes drying, it finally leaves a distinctive pattern on paper. The spreading of ink are phenomena of nature. They are unexpected and beyond the control of human hands. Even if ink cannot be controlled, this is no reason to exclude them from my work. Rather, I try to positively accept this and complete my works together with the power of nature. Regarding the materials, Chinese ink is different from oil paint or acrylic color. It's constantly changing, showing a different aspect today than yesterday. Regarding the left work moon, it was written in high humidity with fresh ink. On the other hand, regarding right work, sun, it was written in low humidity with rotten ink. In Western culture, human is the subject, and nature is the object. Nature is regarded as something to be controlled by humans. On the other hand, in Eastern culture, the word nature refers to the whole creation, including humans. Humans are regarded as a part of nature. And I think what we have to consider now is not how we control nature for ourselves, but how we control ourselves for nature. Thank you for listening to the very end. Thank you. And if you have any questions or impression, please send me. I'm looking forward to hearing from you. Thank you. See you.